Hello, good morning to everybody. Today we will switch over to the ideology of purity and pollution. How the purity and pollution principle is working to maintain the discrimination and the distance among various castes. The purity and pollution phenomenon will be regulated through the interaction and interrelationship among various castes. The word purity derived from Hindu scriptures for the sake of cleanliness or Suddha. Based on the cleanliness, various castes are arranged in a hierarchical order. Here, Brahmins stood upper strata, depending upon their both spiritual and physical cleanliness, and later other caste follows. The nature of cleanliness is pilgrimages, repeating the name of God, practicing brahmacharya, that is continence, asceticism, and non-violence, that is ahimsa. Avoiding food is also acting as an agent. Example, onion, garlic, non-vegetarian food that arouses the anger, lust, and passions. It was also noticed by Mr. Walker, the professor. Some caste rules are critical and funny. Example, if a touchable person, who are the touchable persons? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaisya, Sudra. So these persons touches the untouchable person, that is the Harijans, by mistake, not purposefully, by mistake, by accident, or through the birth and death of the family, immediately it is needed a purification activity or the ceremony. The untouchables regularly perform unclean task. What is their mode of work? Cleaning activity. Example, washing dirty linen, disposing dead animals, human bodies, making shoes like the cobblers, semen, saliva treated as impure. In addition to that, birth, death, and menstruation period, one should not close with them because it was treated as temporary impurity activity. In this type of purification activity or ceremony, again they will go back to the natural state, that is, for what they will do, dip in the running water or Ganges. Brahmins are acting as agent between God and the people. Bhashyam, Hakat quote. These people were noted down. In North India, Brahmins are allowed to accept the water from some BC caste. Backward castes are the artisan castes, like the Nai Brahmins, carpenter, fishermen community. Food cooked with water is named as kacha kana, whereas food cooked with ghee or butter named as pakka khana. Khana is equal to food. Wooden set, clay or soil based pots are not completely cleaned because it was manufactured by hands. So it was treated as pollution. From this, it is understood there are two types of pollutions: transitive pollution, intransitive pollution. If it is intransitive pollution, the occurrence of birth and death of close or near relatives should come under defilement compared with the distant relatives. That is, we should maintain the impurities if it is the close relatives. Higher caste people like Brahmins had less period of time for this type of pollution program compared to the Kshatriyas, Vaisyas and Sudras. So limited amount of time only confined to the Brahmins, other people for maximum amount of time. Out of more polluted people, Kshatriyas follows more amount of time compared to the rest, Vaisyas and Sudras. Next, the second category, transitive pollution. Through the contact pollution, it had been taken, though the contact pollution had been taken place, there are two types we can categorize it: external pollution and internal pollution. External pollution is it will be removed by biological or the physical cleaning of the body or activity. Example, if the glass or the spoon touched by the untouchable community, by cleaning it comes to the normal. Here untouchables is nothing but BC they will come. In case either purposefully, suddenly the untouchable person touches the body, then immediately they will take the bath again. One is by mistake there is a consideration, and for the second status if they intentionally have done they will take the bath. That is the difference between the intention or the accidentally. Internal pollution. When a person consumes polluted food stuff, water or any other substance, etc. Internal pollution. If a person belongs to that is the yesterday's night food. If a person belongs to the untouchable community, that is Harijans, only comes under polluted person. But a person who belongs to the touchable caste and doing cleanliness activity, that is the washerman or barber or any other person, so who comes under Sudras, he never comes under the polluted person. Whereas Harijans are 100% polluted person, whereas the BC community or artisans are temporary only for the sake of activity only they were polluted. After that when they have taken the bath, it will come to the normalcy. Once again, we will recap the information. Today, we will switch over to the ideology of purity and pollution. How the purity and pollution program or the principle had been derived. What are the parameters that we are going to study? The purity and pollution phenomenon will be regulated through the interaction and interrelationship among various castes. The word purity is derived from at Hindu scriptures, and we found the cleanliness. This is meant for cleanliness or Suddha. Based on the cleanliness, various castes are arranged in a hierarchical order. Here Brahmins stood upper strata depending upon their both spiritual and physical cleanliness, and later other caste follows, that is Kshatriya, Vaisya and Sudra. The nature of cleanliness, how it is, how we will get the pure people. When we visited number of pilgrim centers, repeating the name of God, practicing the brahmacharya, that is continence, and Asiatism and non-violence. That is, we should not adopt the violence activity. Next, avoiding the food. What type of food then if you want to become the pure? You should not touch the onion, garlic, non-vegetarian food. Why? Because if you consume all these things, it gives the chance to arise the anger, lust and passions. It was noticed by Mr. Walker, professor. Some caste rules are critical and funny. Example, if touchable persons. Example, if touchable person like the Brahman touches the untouchable persons by mistake, that is accidentally, birth or death of the family events, immediately it is needed purification activity or ceremony. Because of the activity only, this is the pollution. But a person who belongs to the untouchable regularly perform what is their mode of job? Untouchable group, cleanliness. So unclean things they will make the cleanliness. That is the washing dirty linen, disposable dead animals and the human corpse at the bodies, making the shows, summon saliva treated impure. Addition to that, birth, death period, one should not close to them because it was treated as temporary impure. In this type of purification activity or ceremony, again they will go back to the natural state. How the impure persons will go to the natural way, that is the pure person, because of these events. by dipping in the running water or river or the Ganges. Brahmins are acting as agents between God and people. There are from few persons noted. In North India, Brahmins are allowed to accept the water, to consume the water from the some basic group, communities or the caste like Nai Brahmins, carpenters, fishermen community. Next, food cooked with water is named as kacha khana. That is the very not properly prepared food material. Whereas food cooked with ghee or butter named as pakka khana. That is the very delicious food, acceptable food. The another Professor Hutton has noticed and said like this: clay or soil based pots are not completely clean because it was manufactured by the hands, so it was treated as the pollution. From this it is understood there are two types of pollution: transient pollution and intransient pollution. If it is intransient pollution, the occurrence of birth and death of the near or the close people, it comes under the defilement. Compare with the very distant people, distant generations. Example, Hindu higher caste people like Brahmins has maintained that a particular polluted period of time, very limited amount of time. Compare with the Kshatriya, Vaisya, Sudra, who will maintain the maximum amount of time as a polluted phenomenon. Kshatriyas will maintain the maximum amount of time as a polluted period of time. Compare with the Vaisyas and Sudras. Then switch over to the transient pollution. Through the contact, pollution had been taken place. There are two types: external pollution and internal pollution. External pollution, it will be removed by physical cleaning, that is the body cleaning activity. Example, if the glass or the spoon touched by the untouchable community, by cleaning it comes to the normal. Here the untouchables means Sudras, event is untouchables, but not the untouchable group. In case either purposefully, suddenly, untouchable person touches the body, then immediately they will go and take the bath again. Here it is external pollution means by mistake touching, purposefully touching. By mistake they will clean the glass, by purpose they want to clean their body. Next, internal pollution. When a person consumed polluted food stuff, water or any other substances, particularly yesterday's food with the remaining leftovers, if you consumed, we can say internal pollution, because we are taking the food inside, that's why we are using the word internal pollution. If a person belongs to the untouchable community, only comes under polluted person. But a person who belong to the touchable caste and doing cleanliness activity, he never comes under the polluted person or the group. So, always we will maintain the discrimination between the touchable group and the untouchable group. So, whatever it may be, consuming the yesterday's food or one spoiled food, it will leads to the internal pollution. Generally, untouchables, generally even though if the half of the fruit will be spoiled, the remaining half will be good, they will consume. But that's why they will be not only the by birth untouchable community, even the consumption is also half of them good, half of them spoiled food also they are taking. That's why they are internal polluted people. But internal, not under 100% polluted people means if they belongs to the Sudra caste, touchable caste, but their lack of money, they will consume the yesterday night food also. So whatever it may be, touchable caste and untouchable castes, there is a degree of differences with respect to the polluted activity and the cleansing of polluted activity. For some people, limited amount of time. For other people, maximum amount of time to clean it. By this, today's lecture is completed. Particularly, purity and pollution principle is working. By birth, biological events, or accidentally if you touch, some amount of time is polluted, or by birth untouchables, they were totally polluted. So in this way, today the gist has covered. Tomorrow the same information with some other examples we will quote it. This is Bindu taking leave from the YouTube platform. Good day. If possible, do subscribe. Good day and